Hello, guys. It is Mindful Miriam, otherwise known as Miriam, and today I wanted to do a video because the girl hasn't done one in a long time. Life got rough, let me tell you. Okay, but anyway, I wanted to do a video today to just give tips on how to stay calm, stay grounded in a time where you might be going through something, or otherwise, we all know like the pandemic and all of that, and the stress and the anxiety. So, I wanted to do tips as to what I have used that has helped me kind of ground myself and calm myself down. So, I just wanted to give tips if anybody wants to listen or watch or whatever. Here you go. So, the first thing that I do that honestly really has helped me is every morning when I wake up, I always say, like, thank you, universe, for waking me up. Or if you believe in God, you can say, thank you, God, for waking me up, whatever, higher power. That right there is already just setting the tone of having gratitude for, like, waking up, because it's such a simple thing to say. And I don't even mean to, like, it's something that you shouldn't really downplay, you know what I mean? I feel like this is such a sensitive time. A lot of people don't even make it to the next day, but like that has helped me over the months, and I've been doing this for like quite a long time, and I feel like it has set the tone for like my mornings when I do wake up. So I do honestly recommend doing that, or just simply even saying like, well, this is me going to number two. So number two, you could do, I like to do intentions for the day, or like even sometimes when I sleep, I'll do my intention for like my sleep. So for example, intention for the day, you can say, today my intention for the day is to just, if you have things to get done, is to get something done, or is to have a great day. Da, 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 da. Like, and what are you gonna do towards that? You can write it down. If that probably helps more, because I feel like when you write things down, it is more concrete. So maybe you could do that if that helps you. But for me, I'll be like, okay, my intention for today is to do so and so, such and such, and to have this happen. Obviously, life happens, and sometimes things get in the way, and it might not happen. But honestly, sometimes it really is your attitude, and you having to realize that, like, if your day is like quote unquote shitty, you really have to sit down and sometimes think and say to yourself, like, okay, like this just happened. I'm not gonna let it ruin the rest of my whole entire day. Like, you're giving way too much power, and I've noticed that I've done it in the past where like I'll have a bad day and my whole day ends up being bad, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I shouldn't be giving myself this much power, or how I feel, or whatever has happened, this much power to make my day feel like it's gonna be shitty or poor or bad. You know what I mean? So number three, what you can do is to set time for yourself to nurture yourself. Set time to nurture yourself. I think what every day to day things, like you're doing so much that you don't even realize that like you haven't done one thing to really like pamper yourself. That can even be simply as like taking a bath. Everybody knows like if you're in like a depressive mode, or you're not like feeling great and you're not in a good mental space, you can really start to neglect yourself. And doing simple things like taking a bath, or like for example, what I do is I will take a bath and I will literally be in there for hours. Don't judge, okay? Quarantine has made me do that. I will take a bath, I'll have my journal, and I have my crystals. Sometimes I'll even meditate in the bath, because water is very healing and it's very calming. And it's also great if you are into meditation. So if you ever want to meditate and you live like near the water, you can go to like a lake or something, or a beach, and just do it around there. That's really great. But what I do is I set time and I take a bath. And I just spend time for myself to really kind of just like sit. You can even bring your phone. I know you shouldn't do that because it's just like you need to have time away from your phone. I get it, but like I like to use music like when I take a bath and do all that stuff. So yeah, you can do that as well. But like the most important thing is whatever makes you feel like you're taking care of yourself. That can even be like coloring. Like coloring is therapeutic for a lot of people. That can even be like going for a walk outside by yourself, or taking your dog out for a walk, or cooking is therapeutic for people. You know what I mean? Just making sure you're taking time to do something that makes you feel good for the day. I know for me, like when things were really like a lot during school, I found that I was like really anxious. I was like getting no sleep, and I just felt like I just didn't have time, and I was cooped up in the house. So what I ended up doing was I would literally take 20 minutes out of my day, and I would just go out and I would ground myself outside. I would have like a little like placemat where I would just sit and I would just meditate, and I would just do my breathing exercises for a few times a day, like for just like 20 minutes a day, if that's all like I felt like I really had, even though I feel like it should be more, but like obviously if you're new to this, 20 minutes might feel like such a long time. But I feel like as you get used to like meditation and stuff like that, you won't feel like it's you'll feel like, wow, it's only 20 minutes, it's been like 5. So that is really helpful as well, taking time out for yourself. Was that number 2 or number 3? I think it was number 3. Number 4. Okay. Number 4 is having a gratitude book. So if you like to journal, or if you don't, that's fine. Every morning or every day, it really depends. Sometimes I'm all over the place, all right? But every day I set a time where I just say like at least like 5 things that I'm grateful for. I actually made a vision board and I said I was going to do this, and let me read it. It says state 5 things I'm grateful for every day. Yes. So I would do that, and I would just say at least 5. And I feel like with that, it brings you back to me. I feel like it brings you to a place where you're more centered, and you actually realize that like, wow, there are a lot of things that I do have that I am grateful for, amongst other, I guess, shit that's going on. You know what I mean? Or like things that are just like not great that's going on. And for that, I feel like it kind of also takes like time out where you kind of just sit and you have time for yourself, and you really realize like what is going great around you versus what's going bad. Because a lot of the times it's so easy to be like, this is going bad, this is going bad, this is going bad. I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have all of that. And you don't even really realize that like, okay, but what about certain little things that you do have that can make up for everything else that you don't have? Like sometimes I feel like you always need the bad to see the good. So that's like, I sometimes that's like the only plus that you can like get from it, is to be like, well, I wouldn't like, you wouldn't have, in order to experience your highs, you have to have really bad lows. And like that's a harsh thing to maybe say for some people, but it generally really is true. Because how do you know you're really, what do you compare you feeling like great and like on cloud 9 to? You compare that to like a place where you were really down and it was really bad and you just weren't in a great place. So gratitude is something that I do that I feel like is really great, and I really would recommend it. I actually do have a journal. I've been journaling since quarantine has started. Have I? Well, I've been journaling for a while, but I've been so on and off with it. But I really got into it probably like starting March. Yeah, I would say March. So like now I kind of like fell off, obviously with school and everything going on, but I still find time to still write down like what I'm grateful for. Just write down like what's going on, and then just like leave it. And it's kind of like my own free therapy session. Hey. Okay, well, and then we're gonna move on to number 5. Okay, so I really am into, I think it's Solfeongo. Anyway, it's Hertz music. So I use like singing bowls. Oh, it's not singing bowls. Is it singing bowls? Yes. Singing bowls. I use HC. So for example, if you look up 963, that is the it's the tone of the world. So basically the earth. That's the tone of grounding your root chakra. And if you're into all of that, and you kind of already know about that, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, your chakras, you have your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your plexus chakra, your heart chakra, etc. I'm just going really quick with that. But you actually can heal yourself. Not heal all the way, obviously. Well, I don't know. Everybody's different. You can self heal yourself by using the sound of music. And it's actually been proven, yes, it has scientifically, that if you listen to certain beats or certain notes, that it can actually really heal you in some certain way. So for example, 963 is used for your root chakra. So when I go outside, this is like great if you ever want to do this. When I go outside, I actually ground myself on earth, and I'll put that on and I meditate so I can ground my root chakra. And your root chakra has to deal with stability, life in general, just feeling like you're safe. So if you ever feel like you're not safe, or like something's out to get you, or just paranoid, or you just kind of really feel ungrounded, like you're just like you can't find your center, that is a really great thing to listen to. So I have that. You can easily go on YouTube and literally look up 963 hertz and put it on the background. Even as you're sleeping, what I do is I usually put it on a low volume when I'm like studying or doing whatever. And doing that is, it's kind of like things going on in the background that's helping you that you don't even realize. So with that, if you want to do your own research into that, you can. Excuse me. You can do your own research into that and see like that these tones actually are created, and like this is literally in music too. And you listen to your favorite song, you know, some songs just make you feel really good. You'd be surprised as to what notes are going on in the background that's actually correlating to making you feel these type of feelings. And this is actually real, and I find it really interesting because it's kind of just like, you know, people are like, the earth really heals. It really does. Like, even I remember I was watching a video. I'm going on a tangent, but really quick. Watching a video and they had a sunflower, and the lady put headphones to a sunflower with the sound it makes, and it was like a really beautiful sound. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when people are like, "Oh yeah, music heals," like, it really honestly does, because there's more that goes into it than simply just like, I guess, like relating to lyrics, or like you just like the song. Jhené Aiko, my favorite artist, she's known for incorporating singing bowls and certain type of hurts into her music that purposely makes people come out of like a time that is really either maybe like bad for them, or just like you're going through something. She's using this to help heal her audience, and I honestly feel like, for me, I can tell, yeah, it works. And like she'll show you like what goes on in like the background of how she does this. And it's actually very interesting. So if you are into that, you can like head to her Instagram page, or literally just look it up, like Jhené Aiko Hertz Music, HRETZ or HZ, and she'll show you like what she does and how she incorporates that. So that was, wow, I'm off track, guys. I don't know if we're on number 4 or number 5. I don't know. Anyway, what else? Making sure you are getting sleep. Oh my God. Y'all, you really can't, you should not, you really need to be getting your sleep, like 7+ hours. You know what I mean? If you can't, even trying to get naps in, but I know sometimes when you're really anxious, it's hard to get sleep. I've been there. But sleep is it's like one of the biggest things, probably number one, that will keep you like on top of it. Lack of sleep will make you cranky. It's gonna make you tired. You won't remember things. You're just gonna be out of it, and it's not healthy. So that really is like a number one thing to ground yourself. I'm trying to think of other things. I really honestly think that's all I have for you guys that has helped me. My biggest recommendations that have personally helped me is journaling, meditating outside, breathing exercises has honestly really helped me. Or even like for other people, if you have no one to talk to, getting a therapist is very helpful. I'm currently in the process of getting one now, so I'm just gonna be patient, but I'm not a patient person, so it's hard. Um, or just having someone to talk to. Like, it's easy to really feel alone, especially with everything that's going on, and you just kind of feel like your life is just going to shit, and like nothing is going right. Or like maybe you just don't feel like that, but you're just like, right now I'm just at a really awkward phase, and things are just kind of very on and off. But like talking to someone, or even just saying saying what you feel instead of holding it in, is one of the biggest things. And even if you don't want to talk to someone, you could just write it down. Like, you'd be surprised sometimes when I read things back to myself, and I'm just like, damn, why I feel better. You feel better because you're expressing things that you have kept within you for so long. All right, guys, so I know I kept this video short. I wanted to just keep it concise, simple, and clear and clean. I honestly hope that my advice has helped you guys, or even if you find like different ways that can help you just be in a better space, let me know if you want to, or I wish you the best of luck for finding different ways to just help elevate your energy. But I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you for watching, and happy holidays, y'all.